Good day, everyone. Today we will be discussing one of the most vital systems in the human body, the cardiovascular system. If you're watching us for the first time, make sure to subscribe and enable the bell icon for future notifications. This system is responsible for maintaining life by continuously circulating blood throughout the body. In this presentation, we will cover the anatomy and functions of the heart, types of blood vessels in circulation, electrocardiogram, ECG, cardiac cycle and heart sounds, blood pressure and its regulation. Important cardiovascular disorders. By the end of this session, you will have a complete understanding of how the heart works and how its dysfunction leads to disease. The cardiovascular system, also known as the circulatory system, is responsible for transporting blood throughout the body. It has three main components: the heart, which acts as a pump blood, which carries oxygen and nutrients; blood vessels, which serve as pathways. Its primary function is to deliver oxygen and nutrients to tissues and remove carbon dioxide and waste products. Without this system functioning properly, cells would die within minutes. The heart is a hollow muscular organ located in the mediastinum, between the lungs. It is slightly tilted to the left side. It consists of four chambers: two atria on the top, two ventricles at the bottom. The right side handles deoxygenated blood, while the left side handles oxygenated blood. The septum is a thick muscular wall that separates the right and left sides, preventing mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The heart wall has three layers: epicardium, protective outer layer; myocardium, thick muscular layer responsible for contraction; endocardium, smooth inner lining. The heart contains four valves that prevent backflow of blood: tricuspid valve, pulmonary valve, mitral valve, aortic valve. These valves ensure one-way blood flow and maintain efficient circulation. The heart performs several essential functions. First, it pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation. Second, it pumps oxygenated blood to the entire body. It also helps maintain blood pressure and ensures tissues receive adequate oxygen and nutrients. Additionally, it removes metabolic waste products like carbon dioxide. The heart pumps approximately 5 liters of blood per minute at rest. There are three types of blood vessels. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. They have thick elastic walls to withstand high pressure. Veins carry blood back to the heart. They contain valves to prevent backflow. Capillaries are tiny vessels where exchange of gases, nutrients, and wastes occurs between blood and tissues. Capillaries connect arteries and veins, forming a continuous network. Pulmonary circulation involves blood flow between the heart and lungs. The pathway begins at the right ventricle. Blood travels through the pulmonary artery to the lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is removed and oxygen is absorbed. Oxygenated blood then returns to the left atrium through the pulmonary veins. This circulation ensures proper oxygenation of blood. Systemic circulation carries oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to the entire body. Blood leaves the heart through the aorta and travels to various tissues. After delivering oxygen and nutrients, deoxygenated blood returns to the right atrium through the superior and inferior vena cava. This circulation supplies all body cells. The heart muscle itself requires oxygen and nutrients to function. Coronary circulation refers to the blood supply to the heart muscle. The right and left coronary arteries branch from the aorta. Blockage of these arteries can result in chest pain or heart attack. An electrocardiogram, or ECG, records the electrical activity of the heart. The heart's electrical conduction begins at the SA node, known as the natural pacemaker. It then travels to the AV node, bundle of His and Purkinje fibers. On ECG, P wave represents atrial depolarization. QRS complex represents ventricular depolarization. T wave represents ventricular repolarization. ECG helps diagnose arrhythmias and myocardial infarction. The cardiac cycle is one complete heartbeat. It has two main phases: systole, when the heart contracts and pumps blood out; diastole, when the heart relaxes and fills with blood. These phases ensure continuous circulation throughout the body. Heart sounds are produced by closure of heart valves. The first sound, S1 or lub, occurs when atrioventricular valves close. The second sound, S2 or dub, occurs when semilunar valves close. Abnormal sounds, known as murmurs, may indicate valve disorders. Blood pressure is the force exerted by blood against arterial walls. It is measured using a sphygmomanometer. Normal adult blood pressure is 120 over 80 millimeters of mercury. Systolic pressure occurs during ventricular contraction. Diastolic pressure occurs during ventricular relaxation. Blood pressure is regulated by several mechanisms. Baroreceptors detect changes in pressure and adjust heart rate. The renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system regulates fluid balance and vascular tone. The autonomic nervous system controls heart rate and vessel diameter. These mechanisms maintain stable blood pressure. Let us define some important cardiovascular disorders. Hypertension, persistently high blood pressure. Hypotension, abnormally low blood pressure. Arteriosclerosis, thickening and hardening of arteries. Atherosclerosis, plaque buildup inside arteries. Angina, chest pain due to reduced coronary blood flow. Myocardial infarction, heart attack caused by blockage of coronary artery. Congestive heart failure, heart unable to pump effectively. Cardiac arrhythmias, abnormal heart rhythms. To summarize, the cardiovascular system consists of the heart, blood, and blood vessels. The heart is a four-chambered muscular pump. Circulation includes pulmonary, systemic, and coronary pathways. ECG records electrical activity. The cardiac cycle includes systole and diastole. Blood pressure is tightly regulated by neural and hormonal mechanisms. Understanding these concepts is essential for recognizing cardiovascular diseases. Remember, a healthy heart ensures a healthy life. And here we are wrapping up. We can see in next video.